Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jevin, and look, y'all, today I'm finally back. I know there's a lot going on. You already know the vibes. That like button is free. We're on the road to 5K subs. You already know who J-Mid is, okay? Now, the title isn't wrong, okay? I'm going to get to everything. Now, like I said, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. Now, the reason why I think right now, 2K's recent patch is the beginning of the end of NBA 2K26, is simply because this happens every time, right? And this never ends well. Now, a lot of y'all might be like, well, J-Mid, you're wrong because they needed to patch this, they needed to patch the fades, they needed to patch rhythm shooting, right? And I want to say this to y'all and explain this to y'all. You do realize they're just gonna revert it back the very next patch, right? And this is the problem with this game, right? The problem of consistency and honesty. See, a lot of people don't want to be honest. They don't want to be. This game is never. They have never been consistent in the last 3 to 4 years, right? And then y'all like, oh, that's y'all just want to bash him. No, it's the truth because that's why you clicked on this video because you know this game is cooked. You know this game is popped, right? Now, when we look at honesty, I look at my YouTube channel and I made hella videos before NBA 2K26 came out. And I can go to the title right now and tell y'all if they bring back three things. I don't think the expectation is going to be high because it seems like 2K is not showing that they want their product to be better. They weren't dropping any demos. They weren't giving you early access to seeing what they were trying to make, right? And I know a lot of them will bro said basketball game ain't so much they could do, right? And then I understand the stuff with the community of, it's Joe No's fault, which I'm gonna get into all of that. But right now I'm looking at Mike Wang and his so-called dev team, right? Because if we're being honest, if you really wanted change for this game and you wanted the community to be happy, you wanted people to play the game and you wanted certain content creators to come back to playing NBA 2K, you should have looked at it and been like, you know what? This isn't smart to do this. But the issue with 2K, right? It's just there's no honesty. There's nothing about whatever this patch right here that they showcased, right? Of they nerfed the fades. What did we talk about in my videos? You could argue a week ago. The problem with 2K is when they patch the game. What have I been telling y'all? Something else with the game is broken. I'm on Twitter. I'm seeing people, bro, this patch ruined the game. Bro, this patch, you can't shoot no more. People talk about rhythm shooting is worse. People talk about some defense is worse. I know a lot of y'all can say like defense is OP, right? Because I'm seeing people been saying the plugs are crazy, right? But what have I been telling y'all? When 2K patches something with the game, there's gonna be something else with the game that they break. And as far as I'm concerned, a lot of things are broken right now. People said the game speed is slow. A lot of people are saying it feels just like 2K25 again. Now look, I want to ask y'all a question, 2K community. How do y'all now feel about all of this stuff going on, right? Because remember, I was warning y'all all of this stuff before this game came out. Was I not? Did I not tell y'all, I don't think they should bring back rhythm shooting. I don't think they need to bring back pro play. I don't think they should just obviously run it back. And a lot of y'all were telling me, nah, Jay, you just find things to complain about. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing wrong with those things. And I was like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not the solution. It's not helping the game, right? We can go back to those videos. And when I come back later on tonight, hopefully, I will be doing reactions, right? Because I have to go somewhere in a couple of minutes. But like I was saying, now when we get to this 2K community stuff and I want to play a clip for y'all, by the way, too. And this represents 2K. Now, where's my cell phone now? My cell phone. Where did I put my phone at, y'all? I gotta find my phone. Where did I put my phone at? When I find my phone, we're gonna get into it because I want to play a clip for y'all real quick, just to show y'all how bad this looks, right? So we've been talking about people. We know people are cheating on the game and people are proving it, and there's been spaces about it, and people are getting exposed. And a lot of y'all were like, nah, 2K needs to ban these people, which I absolutely agree with you. I feel like if people are cheating, they should be absolutely banned. It's TOS. It's going against the so-called guidelines they made people agree to, right? And how many times have I told y'all, the people that work with 2K, have connections with 2K, they don't care. And to prove that to y'all, I have this clip, right? I have this clip on Twitter. If I can go find it real quick. And this is Stacks Montana. And it's Evan. Now, this is a clip of, I forget, I guess they had some like episode, but I want y'all to hear this.
Oh, that's booming on kick. He's on the top 10 leaderboard, I believe.
Yeah, he in that OVO crew. Heard about y'all, man.
Is he gonna come try to drop you all off?
Can't lie, I haven't heard great things about you guys, man. Don't even worry about it. He will not be seeing me on this court. He will not be playing against me. He will not be playing against me.
So clearly, Stacks Montana heard things about you guys, and he won't be playing against me. And so y'all know these guys are cheating, right? And guess what? They're still not banned. Now, and this is what I'm saying. That's why I've been telling you on my videos, 2K is allowing this behavior. If Stacks Montana and it's Evan literally know, oh, we heard things about, so you know the type of crew, whoever's in that crew, whatever they're doing, they're not following the rules. But y'all are just gonna laugh it off like, yeah, it's cool and all. It's not cool. Let me tell you why it's not cool. People are gonna look at that. Oh, they don't care, they cheating. I'm gonna start cheating. And this is what happens. But I've been telling y'all, 2K is allowing this stuff. They allow it. Now, obviously, yo, well, Jamie, they're not deaf. They can't just go in and ban, right? But here's my thing. If Stacks Montana heard things about y'all, they know what's going on. See what I'm saying? It's about, do they really care? And I think they don't care. That's why they over there laughing, right? Now, when we talk about the Joe Knows stuff of, people are saying Joe Knows, is the reason the game is the way it is. I'm not agreeing with that, right? I seen a clip of Chop saying, Joe Knows is the face of the 2K community. His whole team has a logo, right? Now, the face of the 2K community, I will give him that because he's the only one that has sat down with Baluba, aka Mike Wang, and was able to have conversation with him about the game. However, I look at the devs and say, yo, listen, instead of just always looking to get feedback from a certain creator, why don't you just load up the game? I can't just sit here, guys, and say, yeah, bro, Joe Knows ruined the game. He's not building this game. The reason why y'all are saying that is because the devs are always in his stream. You always have certain screenshots of Mike Wang in his chat talking to him and asking him questions. We have to look at Mike Wang and realize, yo, this just walking to one person or just looking at one content creator stream, how about you just load up the game or hire people that will play this game and tell you, yo, this is going to be a problem. You can't do this. You can't. It's just simple fixes. And right now, the cycle that this 2K is in right now is, I guarantee you, the very next patch, they're going to revert it back to how it was. And it's going to flip-flop, 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 flip-flop to where nobody cares anymore. It's like, bro, at this point, people looking at 2K27. And my thing is, y'all, when are we going to realize too, maybe it is the devs. Maybe they need to actually take accountability and play their own product, right? Maybe if they really cared, they wouldn't just continue to recycle and copy and paste, do these same things, put their focus on everything else except for basketball. Have y'all not caught on to the pattern? Clearly, this pattern of let's focus on getting people to spend their money isn't working. Clearly, this pattern of let's just run it back what we did last year isn't working. Clearly, it's not working. So why continue to do it? Clearly, people are still going to be cheating. And as far as I'm concerned, I had a video saying NBA 2K26 will be ran by cheaters. Everything I was saying I was a 1,000,000% correct on. But if you pull up those videos, you will have people in the comment section saying how, you don't know what you're talking about, you're just complaining. I never said I was right with everything, but I said you can't tell me I'm telling a lie here. Let's look at the pattern of NBA 2K. We see this same story every single year. Okay? Clearly it ain't working. Clearly the community will never be satisfied. And here's my thing, right? Obviously the game got multiple issues, which I'm looking at 2K because you could have easily dropped a demo to prevent this stuff from happening, right? But it's like, nah, they didn't want to do that. And I've been telling y'all, a lot into this channel, well, bro, why didn't they drop a demo? Because guess what? If they realized they dropped the demo and they were just running it back, a lot of y'all weren't gonna do what? Spend your money on these builds, right? Spend your on the game in general. So they knew that. And what is that still focusing on? They're focusing on, oh, y'all wasn't going to spend your money, so therefore they're not going to drop a demo. But that should never be the focus. See, the focus should have been, how do we get this game back to what it used to be? How do we get 2K back on track? How do we get the community satisfied, right? I don't know, a lot of are going to be like, bro, this community is never going to be satisfied. You can have that argument. But to have this community have the same issues every single year, how about how people are getting away with cheating and how the game is inconsistent? It's never consistent, and it's never no honesty or truth about this game. And now we're to the point where we're sitting here saying, bro, it's Joe No's fault. He ruined the game. I cannot sit here and say he ruined the game. That's like saying content creators ruined the game. I can't do that. Content creators they're not making the game. They're giving opinions about the game, but I can't fully say they're the ones ruining the game, right? We have to look at those people like Mike Wang and whoever is working with this game in the mirror and say, yo, look, what is really going on? What are y'all really focusing on? Because this so-called pattern clearly isn't working at all. And I'm going to tell y'all something too. If Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out in time, every game will be cooked. Not only 2K, Madden, every game will be cooked. Call of Duty, every game is cooked. If Grand Theft Auto 6 drops like how it's supposedly supposed to be, every game is cooked, okay? Now, I want to say this. Right? Well, J-Mid, how do we fix this? I even told you on my other video, you can't fix this. See, you and I cannot fix this issue, right? All I can do is voice an opinion and get y'all to realize what I've been trying to tell y'all for the last 3 to 4 to 5 months. I was right on. I told you I didn't have no hope in the game. I told you my expectations was very low, but this is very bad, okay? The expectation is like, yeah, we didn't expect really much, but for y'all to just really copy and paste, and now you got people saying the game feels like just like 25, I'm not surprised. Because guess what? What happened last year? When they kept touching the game, it kept breaking everything else. Bro, this game feel like 2K24. The game, bro, this game is it's inconsistent. A lot of people were saying the same things last year. Same story, same ending. How do you fix it? Like I said, me and you can't fix it. They have to fix it. They have to realize to stop putting all of this BS in the little swags or whatever these stores are, right? And put their focus on gameplay. Stop focusing on so-called clothing when you're going to make a t-shirt 15,000 VC. You're going to make a do-rag 17,000 VC, hell, 20,000 VC, and maybe realize what you're doing isn't working, right? But y'all might say, well, bro, there's no game to push them. That's why I just told y'all when Grand Theft Auto 6, yes, if GTA 6 drops on time, that may be the savior. I believe that will be the savior because everybody, and I mean everybody, will be on Grand Theft Auto 6 if they can be, okay? You talk about a game that has been, people been waiting for decades. That game right there, right, is going to be the game in my opinion. If it is up to the hype, going to destroy all of these games, right? And I know a lot of y'all can't wait on that. That's probably why some of y'all like, yeah, you're going to play 2K and then you're going to wait on these GTA and the new Call of Duty. And bro, just be honest. So what 2K did is copy and paste. That's what they did. There's no major improvements. I told y'all this. Look at this. Matter of fact, I'm going to go read y'all the titles that I posted, right? Everything that I've been telling you, I've been right on. And I know a lot of y'all going to say, well, bro, Joe knows his whole team got logos. A logo don't mean nothing, right? I understand what y'all are going to say, like, oh, they got connections with 2K, but they're not making the game. I get what y'all are saying, like, bro, they got logos. I told y'all, the people I feel about got logos, I don't really care. Because the logo it don't hold no weight no more. So that, the whole team got logos, cool. It don't really matter to me anymore. You see what I'm saying? That a logo don't mean nothing. You want to know why a logo don't mean nothing no more? Because look at the game. The game is trash. In my opinion, it's inconsistent. It's not a solid product. It's a inconsistent product that 2K will never be honest about, right? And they keep doing the same things that people hate. So when you keep doing that, what type of answers do you expect to happen? And when you have people that are representing 2K on live stream, knowing these people are breaking the rules, knowing they're cheating, and they're just laughing it off like, yeah, it's cool. And I guarantee you, they will not be banned. Why? Because nobody cares. Why nobody cares? The game is why. Nobody cares about the game anymore. Because everybody knows what 2K is. And that's what's sad about 2K, bro. That's what's sad. Now let me read y'all the titles I had before this game came out. I'm going to go all the way back. So let's look. I said if NBA 2K26 has these 3 things, it's not going to end well. I talked about pro play, rhythm shooting, and I think status, right? I hit the lottery with those, right? Why is that the case? Well, let's look at pro play. movement is still trash, right? Because y'all like, well, bro, it's not that. It's not the reason. Movement is trash, okay? You still got all of these stupid things in the game. Let's talk about rhythm shooting, all right? A lot of y'all said rhythm shooting was broken, right? That was number 2. Let's look at status, right? Status, a lot of y'all keep DMing me, telling me people are selling you in the wreck and you're getting blamed for it. Well, they brought that back in the game. I told y'all, if those 3 things were back in the game was not going to end well. And so far, the 2 things that I already hit the lottery with that, right? Then I had a video saying, NBA 2K community, I'm afraid if the gameplay is not no different than 2K25. Hit the lottery with that one. Then I said, it sounds like NBA 2K20 will be ran by cheaters 3 months ago. Hit the lottery with that one, right? Then I said, should you have low expectations for 2K26? Hit the lottery with that one. You absolutely should, and this is why, right? Then I said the viewership was already cooked, right? Hit the lottery with that one, right? Because a lot of y'all, and I get it, some of y'all right now, and I'm not destroying your dream or your goal of wanting to be a content creator at all. But when it comes to this game right here, you don't want to make no content, fam. You don't. You absolutely don't, because the way this game does things, it's like the game kills itself off. And it's not even the game, it's the people that are in control of making this game. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, it's Joe Knows, he's making the game. They just watch his streams and look at it like they're getting feedback from him. That's on 2K. We can't blame, because we can't sit there and say, well, you know, they're always in his stream. Yeah, we got to blame him for that. I can't sit there. That's 2K for doing that. They don't play their own game. And I've been telling y'all this. Why do y'all think they in his streams? They don't play the game. So guess what? They're looking for feedback. Everybody knows, Joe knows when it comes to criticizing, he's not going to really, you know, go at them like that. So that's probably why they want to watch his stream. A person like, for example, Badge Plug, Badge Plug is too real. They don't want to watch Badge Plug because they look at it like he's bashing the game. In reality, he being honest about the game. And we being honest about this game, let's look at this game. You're telling me the cycle that we're in right now. Let's be honest. The next patch is going to break something else with the game. That's not me telling y'all or guessing it's going to happen. It just happened. So many people are like, J-Man, like, bro, this game is broken, J-Man. I can't, the game is slow now. I can't believe 2K did this. Well, you better believe it, gang, because they've been doing it the last 3 to 4 to 5 years, right? Then you had somebody say, oh, they're doing it because they want y'all to make new builds. Ding, 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 ding. They've been doing this. It's like y'all are now just catching on why 2K's doing this. Well, you wonder why. Well, why they touch the game? What is their focus on, y'all? To get y'all to spend y'all money. So when y'all try to sit there and act so brand new, like, bro, I can't believe they doing this. Guess what? What is 2K's focus? It's on getting you to buy. That's what their focus is on. And that's what they're doing. And that shouldn't be the focus for a basketball game, right? Gameplay is, I still can't believe. No, it's not that I can't believe. I mean, it's just crazy to me it's like literally I'll be trying to tell y'all and warn y'all, bro, this is how I feel about what's going on. And I don't think it don't look good, right? Y'all are so quick to, you're just a hater. Like, you just hate on everything. Once again, where are we at right now with this game? Y'all talk about fades were broken, right? Which I didn't really care. I'm more in the game. The whole gameplay itself to me was bad. I didn't really care. I understand that some of y'all didn't like the fades. I don't really care about that. Because when it comes to fading, it didn't really affect, you know, when I got to experience the game, right? That little fade, it didn't really affect it. But I see what y'all are talking about, right? But to me, I'm overall, the overall game, not just fades. The overall game to me wasn't up to par, right? So I get that, right? But what I don't get is they know what's going on. And instead of them really trying to make things better, it's like they just want to move on and don't care. Like I told y'all last year, they knew 2K25 was one of the, you could argue, the worst 2K to ever be existed. And instead of them addressing it, they tried to move on to 2K26. Now, what they're going to do now is the same thing. They're going to keep dropping patch after patch, flip-flop, continue to break things with the game. Then they're going to be trying to talk about 2K27. Because time is flying just like that, bro. See what I'm saying? But once again, let me see what else. What other video did I drop? I said 2K26 is a boom or a bust game. I was right on that too. So far, the game is a bust. And it absolutely will be a bust because we have already seen the cycle of them touching things with the game and it's already broken things with the game. And we still see the focus of the game is clearly to get y'all to spend y'all money. So this game is already a bust. I mean, it could still be a boom if you have consistent teammates to run with. But I mean, we're talking about overall as a game itself, just one person. This game is an absolute bust. And I said I was clearly correct about NBA 2K26, and I was. And I know a lot of y'all gonna say like, bro, Chalk literally proved to how it's Joe knows is the reason. Listen, bro, I keep trying to say this to y'all. Let's look at the devs. Even if Joe knows is working with 2K, we know he got connections with 2K. Hell, he was just talking to Mike Wang one-on-one. He is not a dev. Look at the devs. As far as I'm concerned, people be saying devs be tweeting on Twitter. Ask the devs, why don't they play the game? Why don't they stream the game? So they will understand what is really going on. I'm tired of telling y'all this stuff, and then y'all want me to continue to make videos and act like, oh, we never knew this. Y'all do know this. Y'all just don't want to give me my credit when I was right. I hit the lottery, literally, with this stuff. Hit the lottery with all of this stuff. And I wasn't guessing. I knew. You want to know how I knew? Because I've already seen it before. Like how you've already seen this story before. To where they patch the game and it breaks something with the game. To where their focus is not on basketball. It's on everything else except for basketball. I'm thinking, okay, like the other day I seen somebody was like, bro, like, you know, how'd you get them Nikes or something like that, right? I seen somebody and somebody stream was like, how did you get them Nikes? And I'm like, bro, why didn't they, I should just go to the store and get the Nikes. No, the guy said, nah, you had to pay like real money to get the shoes. I was like, see, and this off somebody's show, I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Why do you have to? 2K is so complicated now. Is their whole main focus is to get y'all to buy. You gotta buy everything. And I know y'all gonna say, well, bro, that's how the world. That's the way the world works right now. I get all of that, and that's the problem. Everything is about money. When it comes to getting a girl, it's about money. When it comes about you getting noticed, it's about money. Right? The only thing that can't fix that is you as the person. You see what I'm saying? But when we talk about 2K right here, bro, and I will be doing reactions, right, when I get back home. And yes, Steelers do play tonight, so we'll see what happens with that as well, right? Which, I'm not going to lie, they are surprising me. If y'all didn't know, if you're new to the channel, yes, I am a diehard Steelers fan. I didn't think this team was going to be the way it is. But they are surprising me, so we'll see what happens. So I ain't going to lie about that. But when it comes to this 2K stuff, y'all, like I said, we got to hold the devs accountable. We got to hold them more accountable than we're looking at creators here, bro. Because yes, we can give our opinion as a creator or, somebody that is experiencing the game. That doesn't mean we're literally making the decisions, right? You have to look at Mike Wang and ask him, why is he instead of him being in Joe No's stream, why does he not play the game and go live stream himself, right? Why don't he do it? Oh, he'll be on vacation. How many times have you been hearing people say that? He's on vacation. He's not the only dev. You gonna tell me not one 2K dev, if they really cared about making this game and getting this game back to what it used to be, they wouldn't just go stream the game themselves and realize and experience what is really going on with the 2K world right now? Because if me and you know, they should know. We already know Stacks Montana and It's Evan, they know. They were laughing about it. So you mean to tell me they can't get on the game for an hour and realize this is the problem. This is what needs to happen with the game going forward. It's like, no, that's just asking for too much. So it's like, at this point, how can you continue to have hope and think things are going to get better? I told you how I felt. I told y'all this. I've been saying this, and I'm going to keep saying this because I literally hit the lottery with this stuff I was talking about. People talk about rhythm shooting has hitches, which I don't really, like I said, rhythm shooting, it should never came back in the game. There was too much going on with rhythm shooting. Pro play. The movement sucks. We know the movement is garbage. But y'all will continue. Man, pro play is not the problem here. You just want to whine. Well, what is pro play helping in this game then? You tell me. I ask these questions because I know nobody's going to be able to give me an answer. Because you've already seen the same story before. It's just a different year, right? Same game, different year. You've seen it before. So therefore, you're not interested. You're not, yeah, man, let's hop on the game. Because you don't feel like dealing with it. And that's why I keep telling people the only way you're going to be able to have somewhat of enjoyment is if you have that consistent whether it's 3 team, whether it's 5 team. And speaking of 3s and 5s, I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of y'all, and I don't care what nobody say. When I was experiencing this game, bro, you old heads just gotta retire. Give it up. Okay, I don't even care if I lose subscribers by saying this. I was right with that too. I was 1,000,000% right on that. The problem when it comes to these online modes and experiences, when I was testing it with T, they were all grown folks. They were trash. 3-man squads, you average 9 points in total. Trash, garbage, terrible. Y'all just need to retire. Okay, just give it up. If you clearly don't know what you're doing, don't play. Or just go play park. Just go play Threes Park. Don't go to the rec, and then you got 2 other people you don't know, and y'all can't even score yourselves. You just can't do that. I don't even care if I lose subs by saying that, because I mean what I say, because I've already experienced it, not only on this game, but the last 4 2Ks. It was you old heads that couldn't do anything. Now, like I said, we obviously didn't get to cover everything. We will be trying to do reactions later on, if I can make it and return back, hopefully. Because like I said, I gotta go somewhere today. So, like I said, y'all already know the drill. If you rock with your boy J Mid, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing to do that. You know, I ain't too clever. I ain't charging people to sub to me, to hit the like button. That stuff is free over here, gang. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm always keep it real with y'all. So, like I said, other than that, it's your boy J Mid. We sign out of here, man. 2K. Just continue to shake my head, bro. Because y'all literally doing it to yourselves at this point. And I told you, when they patch the game, it's going to break something else with the game. We've already seen this story before. I'm out of here, though.